Hey, what's up, everyone? Blanson here. Hope you all had a great Christmas. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, I hope you still had a nice little holiday. I had a beautiful break. I'm feeling refreshed and could not wait to make more videos. We are still on the hunt for our deck for Nationals. And tonight we are trying something I've been really excited about, and that's the new Black Crocodile. Crocodile is a bit of an interesting deck. I'm not going to lie, when I first read the effect, I was a bit sort of WTF, but I knew that if it got really good support, it might be decent. And it turned out that it got pretty good support. It's kind of in a weird spot at the moment in the OP14 meta. It's really good against a lot of decks, but just has a terrible matchup into Ace, or so I've heard. So that's kind of stopping it from really like getting some good results. But if I like it, I like it. I'm not going to let one matchup really stop me. Our Nationals is 1 week after the set drops. After what OP13 has been, people are just going to want to play like what they have fun with. And yes, there'll definitely still be a lot of guys playing Ace and trying to do well. Like, it is Nationals after all, but I've just got a feeling that it's going to be like a heavy jungle meta. And, I might not play, I might only play one or two Ace for the day. So it's not really a big deal. I'm not going to let that dictate my choice. Anyway, we'll go over those sorts of things. I'll do like a OP14 meta analysis video where I pick what deck I'm going to play. But we're just focused on Croc tonight. I love it. Like, I think he's a really cool character. The deck does cool things. It's new. It's a different way to play the game. This secret rare looks awesome. Even the base art. And yeah, let's see what the cards do, and we'll play some games and see if I like it. Well, I already like it, but see if it plays well, and if if it could be a viable choice. All right, we'll start off with the leader. So it's a mono black deck, 5 life, 5k power. The effect reads, all of your opponent's characters cannot be removed from the field by your effects. So I'm just going to stop there for 1 second. You read that, and Lynn, like if you've played through black dominated metas with Lucci and Gecko, and you read that and you kind of go, wow, okay, this is new. Black is known for KOing things and removing characters, and you just can't do that with this deck. That's really interesting to start off with. Next effect, activate main. Once per turn, you may KO one of your characters with a type including Baroque Works. Give up to one of your opponent's characters -10 cost during this turn. Then you may trash 2 cards from the top of your deck. Really interesting effect. It's pretty clear from the get-go that it all depends on what the effects are and what the support is, because as a standalone leader, this doesn't really do anything. You can -10 cost, but you can't remove anything, so you can't use any removal cards. So it all depended on the support when it got revealed. This sort of leader effect puts it in a different category. Ideally, I would want to be picking a leader with a generic effect. It's kind of risky playing a deck that's such a niche effect. So if you compare it to something with like Purple Doflamingo out of the new set, that's a generic effect where Dom -1 change the attack target. Doesn't matter about the support, what it gets. It's just a good effect on its own. This is not really a good effect on its own, except for the milling 2. It's always good to get cards in trash. But yeah, I'll be interested to see if the non-generic leader ability does feel like it's lacking some strength, because you are relying on seeing the card in your deck that you need to see to make your deck work. All right, some of the cards. Miss Wednesday, 2k counter. Oh, so before we jump into the cards, I just grabbed this list off one of the most recent winning lists of One Piece Top decks. It was in a 3v3 limited character battle or something like that. So I'm guessing that means that they hosted a tournament where a bunch of the medalists were banned, and the team that won, the three teammates, one played Blackbeard, one played this Crocodile, and another one played Jinbei. So that kind of shows that when you take the established meta decks out, this can really dominate, which gives me hope that it can still compete, even though there's other decks that will still be around when I play in nationals. But yeah, it's really just Ace existing that's holding it back a bit. All right, let's look at the cards. I'll try and make this a bit quick. I'm dying to play this deck. Miss Wednesday, activate main. You may trash this character. Give up to one of your opponent's characters at the cost of 0, minus 3,000 power during this turn. It's a 2k counter. Probably not going to use the effect too much, but it's there if you want to remove something or try and swing into something. Not remove it, but remove it via KO. But yeah, 2k counter, not too bad of an effect. Another 2k counter, Miss Golden Week. On KO, draw 2, trash 2 cards from your hand. This reads to be a much better effect for a 2k than the Miss Wednesday, but then they're only running 2. So maybe this is better. I suppose minus 3,000 for a cost of 1 isn't too bad. I know there is a character we'll get into that summons 1 costs, Miss All Sunday. So I suppose you can bring this back with Miss All Sunday, trash it to give minus 3k. Ooh, actually, I'm seeing the vision now. Because Daz Bones rests, you can go, all right, I'm seeing the combo. We'll get into it when we see the other cards, but I can see why this is at 4 and this is at 2, even though this does read on paper standalone as a better effect, because you can cycle, you can KO it with Croc's effect and cycle, draw 2, trash 2. Pretty good 2k. Miss Valentine, Searcher, on play. If your leader has a type including Baroque Works, look at 4 cards on the top of your deck, reveal up to 1 card with a type including Baroque Works, other than Miss Valentine, and add it to your hand, then trash the rest. So it's top 4 search for Baroque Works, and you trash the rest. Good at filling up the trash. Great card. Another 2k, Miss Merry Christmas. On KO, if your leader has the Baroque Works type, draw 1 card, then KO up to one of your opponent's stages with the cost of 1 or less. Could come up. I think a lot of these 1 costs are obviously relevant for the Miss All Sunday effect, so we'll go back to them when we read that. But the stage thing might not come up that often. There is a few decks, though, that run 1 cost stages. Sabo runs the Revolutionary Army. What else you got? There's probably more that I'm not thinking about right now, but could be relevant. And to on KO draw a card, that's not bad. You can use it with Croc's effect to draw. Yeah. Like, so far, the 2Ks seem decent. So 10 2Ks there. I think that's it for the rest of the list. Yeah, so 10 2Ks in this list. It's a decent amount. All right, now we're on to the sort of more engine cards, the mid-game. This is the super rare, one of the super rares that Croc got. So this deck got 2 super rares in the set. Sometimes that can sort of tell you that this deck was looked upon favorably by Bandai. They thought this is going to be good, or that, they're clearly planning on giving this deck a lot of support and really pushing it. To give a deck 2 slots, 2 super rare slots, compared to other decks that only got 1, you can read a little bit into that. Like, if you dedicated some time into Croc, I don't think it would backfire on you, just because, you got a secret rare and 2 super rares. They've invested a fair bit into this deck, and I can imagine it won't be forgotten about as easily as some other decks have been in the past. So, first super rare, Mr. 2, Bon Clay. It's a 4 cost 5k. It's got counter, which is good. On KO, play up to 1 character card with a type, including Baroque Works, and a cost of 5 or less, other than Bon Clay himself, from your hand or trash. We'll go back to that when we get to Missile Sunday again, because that's another combo piece. Just say, on its own, you play this, KO it with Croc's effect, and you can play a 5-drop from your hand or trash. You're basically just leveling it up into something else, which, saves you a Don, sort of, pseudo ramp. It's good. Mr. 4, it's a blocker, 4 cost 5k. On KO, add up to 1 character card with a cost of 8 or less with a type including Baroque Works from your trash to your hand. So we'll come back to this also with Croc. See, already haven't even got halfway through the deck, and I need to come back to all these cards. It's a heavy combo deck, so if you're into combos, this could be a deck for you. So this, on its own, it's blocker, and you KO when you block, and you can add back the secret rare to your hand to keep cycling it. That's pretty good. Miss Doublefinger, 5-drop, 6k. If you have 7 or more cards in your trash, this character gains plus 1000 power, and all of your characters with the type including Baroque Works gain plus 2 cost. This is relevant into blue decks. Like when I was going over, in the past week, I've had a lot of time to think. Haven't played much, but I've had a lot of time to think. And I was looking at Croc, and I'm like, how can you get around Jozu just kind of really destroying your board? And if you could get this one down with 7 cards in your trash, and this becomes a 7 cost, that's a good start. That's a good start. On to one of the core cards of the deck, one of the key pieces that you want to be seeing a lot, and that will pretty much what you'll be focused on playing in the mid game until you get to the end game where you can spam these Crocs. Daz Bones, 5 cost 6k. If there's a character with a cost of 0 or a character with a cost of 8 or more, this character can attack characters on the turn in which it is played. On play, rest up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 0. This is another card that we will come back to once we read Missile Sunday, and we'll talk about all the combos. But being able to, considering you can't remove cards via effects, being able to rest them and swing into them is just as, is your main source of removal, which is like attacking characters is the only way you're going to remove them off the board, apart from, or you either stun them or you attack into them. So this card lets you swing into things that are active and rest characters that your opponent doesn't want to be attacked just yet, and kill them. Another 5-drop, Mr. 5 cost 6k, blocker. On play, if there's a character with a cost of 0 or a character with a cost of 8 or more, draw 2 cards and trash 1 from your hand. Similar effects for like the part of the cost 0 or cost 8 or more. So like similar costs. This guy rests something. This guy cycles your hand and gives you a +1. Both would, and as a blocker. So you could, if there's nothing to swing into, play this instead, draw some cards. Pretty good. All right, next super rare of the deck. And the other sort of key piece, well, one of the other key pieces that you'll be trying to use every game. If you don't see this, you're going to have a rough time. But it's Miss All Sunday. 7 cost, 8k, power. On play, if your leader's type includes Baroque Works, play up to 1 character card with a type including Baroque Works and a cost of 4 or less, and up to 1 character card with a type including Baroque Works and a cost of 1 from your trash. So it's a mini Gecko Moria. You play it, and you can play a 4-drop and a 1-drop from your trash. Really good. 8k power, 7 costs. So it gets around Jozu. It's already, that's good. 7 costs are really good in this meta. And yeah, this is pretty much what you want to be aiming for to spam pretty much every game. The main combo, from what I understand, is you play all Sunday, you get to 7 Dawn, you play all Sunday, you play Mr. 2, and then a 1-drop, whichever one seems appropriate for the time. You activate leader ability, you KO the Mr. 2, you give something -10, and then Mr. 2 brings out a 5-drop, so either Double Finger, Daz Bones, or Gem, and then you've got all Sunday, a 5-drop, and then a 1-cost as well. Really strong turn. You can either... So that this Miss Wednesday, for example, combo, you play out Miss Wednesday, play out the Mr. 2, use this effect, KO the Bond Clay, give something -10, you bring out Daz Bones, something there'll be something with 0 on the field, you rest that, activate Miss Wednesday, trash it, give that something -3000, and then you can swing into it with your leader. Oh, and this can attack characters, so you can swing into it with Daz Bones. That's basically what you'll be trying to do every game. Spam Miss all Sunday. You can bring out Double Finger to get around Jozu if you just want to go wide, or protect against protect against Mars's removal because it goes to 7. So you could go Miss all Sunday, Double Finger. If there's something you want to clear off the board, you go Miss all Sunday, Daz Bones. Or if you just want to, if you're playing against an aggro deck, maybe you need more cards in hand and need a blocker, you go Miss all Sunday into Gem. Now, this all requires these cards to be in your trash. So you need to have this in your trash. Now this can play, when this is KO'd, you can play these from your hand, but you probably rather them in your trash because then you're not going -1 from hand. So you do need to have, you want to have a big trash as soon as possible. This mills 2, this mills. So your searcher and your leader ability do mill. If you spam your leader ability and then you get maybe one of these off, you should get to 10 cards in trash pretty quickly, or before the first Miss all Sunday, and just hope that you have the right pieces. This card that we haven't talked about yet does also trash. Let's finish off the cards. But yes, before we get to these 4 cards, the Miss all Sunday and the characters, that's the engine. That's one of the main engines. And then the next engine is spamming this Crocodile. So this is the secret rare, one of the secret rares of the set. It's an 8-cost, 10k power. On play, up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 9 or less cannot attack until the end of your opponent's next turn. Then, if your opponent has a character with a cost of 0 or a character with a cost of 8 or more, draw 1 card. On KO, you may trash 1 card from your hand, play this character card from your trash. Now, I've got a confession to make. When I read this, I thought, yeah, that's pretty good. And then I'm like, the on KO effect, I'm like, okay, if your opponent wants to swing into it, it's going to replay itself, so that they don't want to swing into it. I completely forgot about the fact that you can KO it yourself and then bring it back and stun 2 things in the same turn. I did not make the link between this and the leader effect, which is really cool. You play this down for 8, you use leader ability to KO it, you bring it back, you stun 2 things. Well, you can stun 1 with a cost of 9, and then 1 with a cost of 10, because you can -10 here. So you can stun a 9 and a 10. Or, just quickly skipping to the next card, Patchwork. You can stun a 9, and then another 9 when you bring it back. And then whatever you use leader ability on, you can stun that as well with Patchwork. So you can stun 3 characters, a 9, a 9, and a 10, if you got Patchwork for 9 Don. So that's these. So we'll go on to Patchwork. It's a 1-drop event from OP14. it did not see play for the longest time. Some people were using it as like a Great Eruption replacement back when Sakazuki and Gecko was around because it minus the 3 cost. But the second effect, I don't think, has ever seen play. It's activate main, give up to one of your opponent's characters minus 3 cost during this turn. Then up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 0 isn't set as active during the next refresh phase. Okay, sorry. I thought this was a normal stun like this. But this is your opponent's character can't attack. This, it can't go active. I got that right? Yeah. So you do need to make sure this is not a rested character. But you can do 2 actives with Croc and then arrested with Patchwork. But yeah, isn't it funny how old cards all of a sudden just become relevant out of nowhere? I've got to dig through my OP14 bulk and find these. Really strong in this deck. You know, even just as a standalone card. Use leader ability, KO something small, and then stop it. You minus 10 to whatever you summon to a big rested character, and then stop it from refreshing. Really good against, just say, a blocker beard. If they want to swing with one, you can stop it from becoming active, and then it can't even block on the next turn. But yeah, just quickly going back to the Croc. Really good card. This is your late game. Well, I do think there's something about this is a stronger play. This Missile Sunday is a stronger play, I would say, than Croc. Stunning things is good, and then playing this out, I would focus more on doing this. This will win you more games focusing on Missile Sunday than it will just stunning things. You're only playing one character down. And don't get me wrong, it's a really powerful effect, but I think this is I'm more looking forward to going wide on 7, going wide, doing cool things like resting, swinging into things, you know, getting value off 1 drops. This is a cooler card for me. And I think it is a stronger card. You play 2 of these back to back. You've got a huge board. You know, if it's double finger, you can barely interact with it. If it's Daz Bones, you're clearing things. Gem, you're walling up. It just does a lot. But you know, for the late game, yeah, this is really strong. Onto one of the event cards that Croc got, Ground Death. It's another really strong card. It's a 1-drop, activate main. You may rest 2 of your Don cards, negate the effect of up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 5 or less during this turn. And it's also got a counter effect. If you have 10 or more cards in your trash, up to one of your leader or character cards gains plus 4,000 power during this battle. Really strong counter effect. Plus 4k is always great to have. And the activate main, you know, combine it with leader ability, you can negate the effects of any character for 3 Don. So it turns off blocker. If you want to try and swing through something, just say a 10 cost Shanks is on the board, you can negate that effect to get plus 1k power back on all your characters. It's just a good utility card, strong card. And you know, this deck on paper has so many strong abilities. A lot of cool combos, maybe too much combos. It is hard to get all those pieces in your trash all at once. But let's just finish the deck. We'll play. We'll see how it goes. Disappointed. 1-drop. It's a searcher event. Activate main. Look at 3 cards on the top of your deck. Reveal up to 1 card with a type, including Baroque Works, other than Disappointed, and add it to your hand, then trash the rest. Normal searcher. It's got a trigger that activates its effect. Fills up your trash. Searches your pieces. Really good. A lot of good decks have cards like this. And yeah, that's a list. That's a list. I'm really surprised that it's not doing more. Maybe it's a skill thing and people are still slowly need to master it, which isn't a great sign for me because I only have probably like 3 weeks of good training to learn whatever deck I pick. But yeah, it's just lots of strong cards. You're playing a lot of stuff from the graves. Your hand's going to be healthy. You're doing a lot of annoying things for your opponent. stopping them from swinging or negating effects. You're going wide. You're going to have a lot of, sort of 6K swings, 6K plus swings. I think it's cool. I really do love this deck. I can't wait to play it. Let's jump over into ranked. We'll play a few Eastern ladder games and then see how it goes. I will catch you over there. All right, what are we going to play against? I hope all that made sense. This is my first video back after a bit of a break. Doing those deck profiles without a script always gets a bit confusing, but hopefully I explained everything properly. All right, Blue Purple Luffy. Now, just off the top of my head, this should be a decent matchup for us because Croc can stun whatever the Sanji combo they play, just turns off both. All right, so to start off with, considering we've never played this before, we just want to focus on just filling up the trash. That's what I want to do, is fill up the trash. And nothing here really fills up the trash. So we'll mulligan. We've got a Searcher, 2 Patchwork, Secret. Okay, this is not a great hand, but at least we can do something. We're going second, so this is good. We can go this into this. Sure. Now, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to activate this, KO this, 2 cards. And then we trash 2. Okay, good, we got this. What do we want to trash? So we can do this next turn. We can get, which one of these do we want in the trash to play off Missile Sunday? We'll just chuck this in and then maybe get rid of 1 Patchwork. All right, cool. So we're up to 8 cards in the trash. What do we mill off the leader ability? A Missile Sunday and a Search Event. We milled a Missile Sunday and a Search Event, which isn't great, but that's okay. Oh, yeah, and that's the 2K we KO'd. Okay, 6 in the leader. I'll take that. It's a shame this doesn't stun, because we could play... Oh, I wish we had a Daz Bones right now, because we could rest that and swing into it. Do we hope we get one off the top? So at the moment we can play, so we can go Bonclay into Zala. It's probably our best play. If this was just like not attack, I would search and go leader ability -10 and then stun it, but it's not rested. All right, Bonclay, let's give us a Daz Bones off the top. Damn, we didn't get it. Now, Zala will stop our Missile Sunday from... getting Mihawked, because it'll put it at 9. So maybe we just set this up. Yeah, let's just set this up. And we can't swing. What a shame. If we had Daz Bones, we rest this, we swing. It's only just 5 into the 4, isn't it? No, it's 5 into the 4 and then 6 in there. He would have let it go, for sure. And then he would have stopped the ramp. So that's a bit unlucky. I guess this is maybe why this deck isn't as top tier, because you are relying on a little bit of luck. Oh god, he's already got lead ability live already. Okay. That's scary. Well, I don't want to take this 5. We'll have to take this though. It's a shame because this is 7. It's just he's already this is just going to get me hooked. All right. We need Daz Bones to rest this and get rid of it. We're gonna have to search. This search is top 4, so we'll have to play this first. All right. Okay. I forgot that trashed the rest, so we could have taken Bon Clay, and then got this. So we could have got Bon Clay, use leader ability, and then so we could have played this out for 4, which is slightly relevant because we could have done another search. But all good. All right, so we go leader ability. We KO this. Do we need to? I might not mill my deck anymore just in case. I don't think we need to. I think we got most stuff we want to see. And then we play this, rest this, go 5 into there. Okay, should have. I got to leave the 0 on field. That's all right. That's all right. So we missed a 7k into lead, but that's fine. If he doesn't see a Mihawk off the top stack, we'll be looking okay. We can go play another 2. All right, Sanji, that's scary. Got no counter in hand either. Oh, all right, Roger. And he's just going at my face. Okay. So we need to go into a blocker. We cannot touch this. We're gonna have to play Missile Sunday and then. Oh, hang on. We can. Alright, we can play this. We can stun these 2. I forgot going second that you're on 8, so we're going to have to do this. Stun these. Doesn't matter. Don't mill. What are we trashing? Trashing. This is not bad. This we probably want to play this, recycle our things. Daz Bones. Okay, alright, so we're back in it. We don't have any Don open, and we can't swing his leader, but that was fun. So next turn, we can't do that again. Unless we can search another Croc. We've got only 1 in trash, so there's still 2 more. But yeah, this should be a relatively straightforward matchup. If you can stay healthy, start getting these out, you play 1, you know, you can wall up with your events, You just try and you need to play these every turn, pretty much. Hopefully he doesn't Roger again, because I'd like to get some value out of these. Okay, Red Rock. That's annoying. But, you know, could be worse. That's still, they're not putting anything down. If we can just find another one, stun these again, start getting some cards out of hand. Do I have 2/2Ks? I do. I'm going to have to play them. Okay. Okay, so what we can also... Wow. What we can do is we can use... If we don't find... Say we play this, and we don't find a Croc. We can use Missile Sunday to bring out Daz Bones to rest one of them, and then stun it with Patchwork. So that's another option. Let's just search this first to see what we get. Oh, actually, do we go... Geez, we're going to be running so low on cards. And we didn't get one. That's all right. We'll take this. We can go... We can leave these two up. Okay, so Missile Sunday is going to play out the 1-drop. So we can bring out this Miss Wednesday to give it minus 3k. So we do want to rest the Sanji. We want to rest the Sanji so we can get value out of the Daz Bones swing. Now, do we have another Daz Bones in trash? Yes, we do. All right, let's do this. We go you and you, trash you. KO this. Don't mill. Bring out you. Rest you. Do we attach 2 and swing 8 into it? Nah, because we need to keep these events going. Let's just get a card out of hand. We're gonna stun it anyway, so. Okay, hang on. No. We need to... Yeah, this has to be rested. I was going to say we could minus... Giant for just a 6k swing? Why didn't you just give me the Nami instead? Alright, cool. And then... If we had another one of these in hand to give it minus 3k again... Ooh, alright. Anyway... That's it. That's the turn. Oh, no, it's not. We're supposed to patchwork. I just thought... I saw 2 of these in hand, and I'm like, okay. I was supposed to patchwork there to stun that. My bad. We're learning. There's a lot of lines to learn. This board looks good, though. It's a shame I'm probably just going to die after this turn, but this is a good board. He might... It's almost so good that he might swing into the board. I have to see a Croc coming up. If I can somehow stun these again and then stay alive. This has to go with my face, right? Oh, it should. Yeah. We can stop the 9 and the 10. Let's just do it. We can probably stop one more, like either this 10 or... I might take the 10 in case he just swings like 8 or something. Because I'd rather just use this card with no other. Alright, we'll just drop the 2k here and then save that for next turn. Wish I... Yeah, so we didn't even... One ground death was enough. Should have used the patchwork and... But that's okay. Look, my first ever time playing the deck. Not a big deal. So many combos. So many combos. $11, we will take it. Alright, cool. Pass it over? Okay. And we got another ground. Alright. Okay. This looks good. This looks good. We're going to get a heap of cards out of hand. We could actually... We could even... stun this and then use patchwork to stun the other one, but probably not as necessary. I really would love to be getting a leader swing in here. Well, do I need both of these? Could I swing 6k with lead and then just have one ground death up? So we're gonna stun. One ground death's probably enough because he can't swing with his blocker. Yeah, whatever. Let's do it. Although if he does split with these, I don't have any other counter. I'm realizing. That's okay. We live by the sword, die by the sword. Or the hook in this case. Alright, very cool. Play this. Can't attack. That's not what we wanted to see. KO. KO. -10. Don't mill. We'll trash. Searcher. Can't attack. Still no counter. And we'll pass it over. Alright. I might regret not leaving these two up. He could easily just split 10. What is it? 10, 12. But will he do that though? Look at this board. So good. All right. All right. So this we don't. Yeah, we'll use one of these. It's got one Don open. We can use. I don't know if we. Yeah, I think we're cooked. I can negate this, but being an 8k, it's just going to be so hard to get through. Let's just poke 8. And then we can KO Missile Sunday. Oh no, so we can use this. We don't have to KO. We don't have to use... this can just stop Nami without... Say it's 5 or less. So we can just turn off Nami's block for 3 Dawn. And then hope that we can end it. I can stun to... We could like stun to... I don't have it there. None of them are rested. We just got to go for it. Let's just go 8, see what he does. Let's get a gauge of what's in his hand. I do have a 10k and a 7. Okay. Look, we're just going to go for it anyway. Use card action. Silence that. All right, so what is it? We've got an 8, 8, 8. All right, so we can go... Let's just go 10, get that giant or whatever out of the way. Okay, what's he trashing? Trashing a Mihawk. Alright, if these are all bricks, we're on. Let's go 8, see what he drew. And then, what is it? 9, 9. It's kind of yuck. Or is it 8, 10? Sure. Or we can go... Yeah, shame we can't go 8, 8, 8. 8k is so obnoxious. Just in case... Oh, hang on, he drew that Sanji. No, we know he's got a 2k. Concede. Anyway. Alright, got plenty. GG. So look, if we had a couple more life, so we could defend... So we could sort of play another Croc, stun 2, and then survive. We do need more than one of these on the field to try and go for lethal. But that was really cool. That was fun. I loved it. I am kind of a little bit concerned of the inconsistency of it. You like not seeing that Dazbones early. Alright, it's my first game into Mihawk, which is cool. I think we don't really mind if we go first or second. If you go first, you can play all Sunday on curve. If you go second, you can play Bon Clay on 4, or you can play the Croc on 8. Alright, we're going first. We've got a Searcher, we've got almost Sunday. We'll keep. What do we want to find? So in 3 and 5, we're not doing a whole lot. This is not great at all. We'll take this, I guess. Now, do we use leader ability? I think we need to make sure the trash is full by 7, so we have to. Searcher and another Searcher. Fantastic. That's sarcastic. That's bad. Awful trash. At least we can do off all Sunday. We can go Babe into Search. Not bad. This deck kind of just little, making small value plays over time to where you'll eventually just win the game by either having more resources than your opponent or building up a big board and stunning everything before they can kill you, and then you just kill them. Okay, Search. Now we want that in trash, but it would be nice to play next turn. I do want this though to keep filling up my trash. Because I think we do want to find we do want to find 8 drops. Ooh, I don't know. So next turn I can just play one of these, or I could play this into Dazbones. Alright, let's just take this and then hope we find another. Okay. So we can play off all Sunday. We can play Babe to get back the secret. I might just take a 2K. And is it worth playing this to... I have to get into my head what like... So it's like playing Emu, you know, getting all 5 elders in your trash. What is the 5 elders equivalent in this deck? This is a piece. This is a piece. I think that's... Look, I think... Probably, yeah. We got Zala in hand, Gem in hand. I think we got... And then a 1-drop. We got that. Yeah, I think we're pretty cool. So I won't get too greedy with trashing because I don't want to mill myself out. Does feel a little bit slow, like having to wait till 7 before we can actually make a big play is a little bit slow in this day and age. I need my 5-don turn to be pretty impactful. 7 into me, we haven't taken anything yet. Okay, is it just this? What is Zoro have anything cost relevant? Okay, so if we play a 5 cost now, we're turning on his leader ability. But he can just play a 5-drop himself. So I don't think we should let that. We shouldn't let that define our turn. All right, we're gonna do this, KO this, make this 0. Do we mill? No, we don't mill. And then swing 5. Oh no, because he can... Please don't use this. Please don't use this. Because he could use this ability and trash it, and then we wouldn't be able to get... Oh, thank God. All right. Patchwork was a dead card in my hand for ages, but it may come up. I don't think we need any more of these. But I really need to learn what Mihawk actually does. So this is not resting a Don, you rest your card. So he rested the Perona to get 3 back, and then what is he gonna... Okay. 7. I don't want to eat too many swings, because I just need to survive. I need to stay alive. Hang on, we'll block 2K. Forgot we had a blocker. And I've got one of these in trash, so I'd like to keep one in hand to do the double to give minus 6K. So we'll just get rid of that one. Okay, so this is our big turn. We've got Daz Bones and we've got the 1-drop. Yep, so we can. So this is only removed from the field for our opponent's effect, so we can still swing into it. This is just a blocker, so this is kind of, we want to remove this. So we can -3 into this and then swing into it. I think that's pretty good. Deploy. Bonclay. Wednesday. KO this. You. Don't mill. Okay, so I didn't need to... I should have minus this to rest this. I don't think it matters, but... Okay, so it doesn't matter. Quit. Why? Was I playing too slow? I don't think so. Maybe you just thought that this being removed was game over. What was the one drop he had? Leader or character gains +2 then power. Did he have 8 or more rested? So he had 3, 4, 5. No. So it was just going to be a +2k. And we had a 6 into 3. So that we were going to clear that. And then let's just read his cards quickly. I probably should do a Mihawk video. I'm not that interested, but. So this rests. Minus is 1k. Okay, this sort of stuns. All right. A lot of cards there that I'll probably do a Mihawk video just to learn, because I learned so much from doing these videos, just jumping straight in and playing games and talking about the cards. But yeah, cool. Look, I think that was a good start. Being able to remove this, 3 big bodies in the field, 4 life. We didn't have a Croc though. See, originally I planned on doing. What did we take off that search? So remember we took this instead of the secret, because I thought I was just gonna go babe off the Sunday to get the secret. But look, as I said at the start, I feel like these are more important. Controlling the board in the mid game, going wide. It's just really strong. All right, let's go one more. Hopefully it goes for a bit longer. You didn't even give me the satisfaction of minusing the 3k and swinging into it. All right, so we just joined a game and it was up against Blackbeard. And I was thinking about it. I'm like, this is not going to be a very good representation of what the deck can do when we can't use half our abilities. And I just couldn't be bothered doing that for this video. So look, if we were trying to grind for Nats and we picked Croc and we came up against Blackbeard, I'd play it out. But I wasn't really in the mood to try and play without on plays. So I conceded and I'm going again. Sabo. It's a bit better. He's going second. We're going first. We've got all Sunday. This with leader ability does cycle a fair few cards. We've got something on 5. Look, it could be worse, to be honest. I kind of want to see this, so let's just play this. And then 2 cards to trash. Oh, let's ditch the patchwork. They keep sitting in my hand, and then we'll put Daz Bones in trash. All right. Trash is looking good so far. Wow. We've got 1 piece in it, and we've got the Bone Clay. Realist Dragon. What else do we want to find? Okay, so we've got a decent curve. We've got a 5 don't play, 7 don't play, 9 don't play. We just want to find what? Ground deaths, probably, because they got big swings. Another one of these is pretty good. And then do we mill more? We don't have any of the Miss Wednesdays, the minus 3k in trash, so we could mill more. We do have this though if he plays a stage. Look, let's mill just for the sake of it. just to keep our, just fill up our trash a little bit more. I don't know, is it worthwhile? I feel like I had some stuff to play. What's this? Ah, this is a new promo. Alright. If your leader has revolutionary item type, this character gains blocker and +4 cost. On play, you may add one card from the top or bottom of your life cards. Okay, so it turns on leader. That's cool. Well, we'll swing into... Oh, it's plus... Geez, 7k. It's a bit scary. Do I just use Daz Bones maybe just to clear that out? Wish I had the 1-drop in my hand because then I could make that 4. Yeah, that 2k. It's crazy. I can't ignore everything I said at the very start of the video about how that was weaker than the other one. It's so good. 1-drop -3 to just like whatever you combo it with Daz Bones. So good, so good. I wish I had one. But I don't, so we're going to go this. We've got 1 Don left over. I can go 7 into 7. That's kind of bad. Maybe just clear the gap. See, that's a blocker as well, so we can just swing. You can just block 1k. Whatever. Sure, we'll mill 2 cards, why not? Do we just go a gem then? This is not doing much for us right now. Let's just play this. And then we'll trash. Something's telling me we're not going to use 2 of these. And it's a 7k blocker, so there's literally no point swinging. We could have just gone gem straight out of hand, but let's see if he takes the bait. Nope. All right. Okay. Confusing turn. More new cards. EBO3. See, this is not relevant to me right now. So he gets +4 cost. Opponent's turn on KO. Play up to 1 character with the cost of 6 or less. With the name Nico Robin. Okay. So this is a bit different. 7k. Look, let's block 2k. Yeah, 8 into here. That's pretty good. I did not. Look, sure. Our board goes super wide, so we're not too fast. Damn, why couldn't you be in the trash? Why couldn't you be in the trash? I need you in the trash. Our 1-drop options are horrible. Suppose we just search for Crocs and we just play the Croc spam angle. And then... Do we... No, because we can't KO this, so we've got to go this one. Grab this 2k, so this one's in the trash. What am I minusing? What am I even doing? I can swing into this. He has no... It is from your hand. Do I care? Oh, if it's a Robin and it rips 2 cards out of my hand. That's kind of scary. Alright, look. We'll minus this anyway. We won't mill. We could just play another blocker. I don't know if we want to get rid of this right now. Okay. This is highly confusing. So many 6k leaders. Here's another thing with this deck. 6k leaders are a bit annoying. No block. 1k. I just want to stay at high life. That's my priority right now. It's just staying at high life. So he's got a 7. I'll block 1k and we'll just take the 7. We'll use this. Grab a 2k. He's swinging hard. And we will counter out. All right. So this block 1k was silly. Should have just given a 2k and then block 2k. Anyway. All right. So I can stun these two. I don't want to swing into that. Let's just... I can't even... Sabo effect's so annoying. I can't even swing into that. All right. This is annoying. I can play Croc. I could play one of these. I want this gone. It's just poking me everywhere, but I'm going to stun it anyway. So what's going to come out? Let's play a card, and I think the Robin's 6 cards in hand. So let's play this. We will... Both of them are the same. Alright. Oh, it draws. Okay, anyway. Let's put... Put this on the board. Trash. Give that... Oh, it needs to be 0. Okay. Anyway, ignore that. I wanted to get to 5 cards in hand. Let's swing at this. See what he does. Oh. Okay. Hack. All right. So we can... So this one can't attack. We can stun this one. This can't attack, that can't attack. Bit of a clumsy turn. Sabo's doing so many things. It's, yeah. Oh my god. Okay, Croc's hard. Croc is hard. I'm floundering around like a fish. But I think, you know, if you stabilize, you spam these, I don't see why I can't win. Okay, yeah, so Stussy has to kill that. That's cool. And then this is just an easy block. 2k, yeah. We need another Croc, though. That is a non-negotiable. And he's gone 7 into this. Well, yeah. I don't want to give this up, but I will. We only got 10 cards left in deck. What? Oh. We're going to deck out. Where are all the Crocs? Sorry? We've got 10 cards left in deck. You're telling me there's... One's in life. I can smell it. Okay. How do we not mill out? So we play this. Hopefully find a Croc. See, Croc draws us 2 each time as well. So if we go down to 7 and then down to 5, we're going to run out of cards. And it's not even there. Okay. We can patchwork the hack. So we can just go, let's just go. Oh. Everything's a blocker. Everything's so big. Wow, this is so good. Okay, all right, focus. This is a 7, so please let me get some damage in, for the love of God. Oh, wait. Oh, it's 8. Oh, my God. Okay. Well, I can't make the game go long, so this has to go in face. If I had more cards, I'd probably try and clear one of these. Okay, so we'll KO this. Minus that. Don't mill. Oh, hang on. I forgot these rested, so we could have... At the start of the turn, this was the only rested card. But now I could have stunned one of these. GG. Yeah, this is over. This is over. Now he plays the stage. I can't believe how good this is. I can't believe how good this is. It's gotten so much value. If we had the 2k a bit earlier, so we could have swung into it, would have been really good. I think we're just dead now. We can survive a turn, play another Croc. Wonder when we get this promo in the West. Like, look at the wall that this thing can put up. I can't even activate this. Nope. Where's the Crocs? Where are they? This is ridiculous. 3 of them are either in this last 6 cards or in my last live. Anyway, we'll just concede. Wasn't there, so there they are. 3 of them in the last 6 cards. And he just had 2Ks for days. All right. Very poor game by me. Okay, Luffy again. Potentially the same guy. All right, let's try and... The second was decent for us. Let's try first. This is good, but we don't really have much else. I do want Missile Sunday. Let's risk a mulligan. Okay. We need that. We can play that on 5. I don't want to get rid of both my 2Ks. See, is it the sort of thing where we like play this down, KO at mill 2 just to draw 1? Is that a thing? Or do we swing 8? Look, we got something to play next turn. We don't have the Bond Clay though. No, let's do it. We got one. Okay. Probably worth it. Take that one. Oh, these glasses are killing me. I got some blue light blockers for Christmas, just to protect my eyes a little bit. Okay. This is perfect. No, it's not. I needed Bond Clay. Because we have to have something to KO. Alright. So we have to search this and then hope we hit a Bond Clay, basically. Is that how it works right now? Yeah. Oh, we got one. We got one. Do we mill? No, I don't. I don't want to mill anymore. I don't want to run out of cards. Okay, out of hand. Yes. Yes. I think I want to leave this active. I don't want him just to swing into it. So we'll just swing leader first. I don't care if... Yeah, cool. Alright, so we... Yeah, nice turn. We got lucky. I don't want to go too low. I went too low too quick last time, so I will counter this one. Okay, so I would like another Daz Bones in trash, and I don't have one. Maybe I should have milled. I don't think he really needs this though. It would be nice to clear this though. Yeah, it's a shame. Let's play this. Play this out. And then... Which one drop do we want? Do we just put this out just to sit there for another turn? Alright, let's hope this hits. Yeah, we'll mill to... Nope. This deck, yeah. I was so enthusiastic about it. But at the moment, it's let me down one too many times of just not having the right pieces. It's such a combo heavy deck, and you know, if you see all the right pieces, it's really strong. But I'm just not seeing them when I need to. You know, I had a game. Look, I got a confession to make. I had a game against Sabo before this one. I wasn't supposed to play this one. I was going to leave it at 3, but I played against Sabo, and the game just drove me crazy. Like, he was playing cards that I haven't seen before. I made a few mistakes. I missed a few key combo pieces, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to put this in. So he just red rocked straight up. Interesting. And I have no defense for this. Alright, at least we can go Daz Bones again. That's good. Do we need any of these? Do we actually need a 1-drop on the field? Not really. Maybe this is better than Miss Valentine. Okay. KO this. Do that. We don't mill. Play Daz Bones. Rest that. We can go 6-8. Maybe leave 1 up. 6-7. I genuinely think this looks like a decent matchup for Croc. I suppose maybe a key for this deck is not letting yourself get tilted by missing pieces. Just play the best available combo and keep going. You know, you're never really like I'm not out of the game, even though just because I missed 1 Daz Bones last turn. That's really annoying. I wish I had counter in hand. Sure, I'll take that. Do I just use this now? No. What's he going to do? Sanji into Roger? No, Mihawk. Okay. What's he Mihawking? One of these. Okay. Stun these. Kill this. He's tapped out, which is cool. Assuming this 5 will get through here. I want these to... I'm just going to use this now. Oh, this has got to be 0. I keep forgetting it's not just no one. Do I even care if this is on the field? I really don't care. I want these to go into phase. It's the second time I've used this where I've just like thought it's just -3k to anything, but it's not. It's to a 0 cost character. I need to remember that. Okay, so he took that. That's cool. Play this. Stun this. Okay, this. -10. Okay. Okay. Yeah, no, this is a good matchup. This is a good matchup. I defended my life better than the first game. Having more than one of these to play them back to back is kind of proving harder than it seems. Okay. I'll probably ground death 2k to protect this. Because I think I just need to keep the pressure up. I don't think he's going to kill me. Like, even if next turn. I'd like to see another Croc. Let's see if we get one. If we don't get one, this is pretty good. Just block her up. He can rest it though. We'll grab this. Let's okay, so let's carry this and we'll -10 here. We won't mill and see what we draw into. Okay. We didn't draw into a Croc. Or a Patchwork, would have been nice. So we're going to play a blocker and then swing the rest. Blocker plus ground death we're not going to die. So what's the split? So we got 4, 5, we got 4 on to play with. I might just go 6, 8, 8 or something. Okay, using Izuzo Hachi is good for us. So I got 4 on left to split on these. 8, 9, or 6 and a big swing. 7, 10. Let's see if he's got another 2k. Oh, I forgot we had this swing. Ooh. Do I just go 14 and then forget about the babe? He's got 4 swings. Do we do it? You have to go giant, 2k, 2k, 1k. Whatever. Let's just do it. I think... Or do we just go 10? Nah, we won't go too crazy. Alright, so I do have an 8 concentration. Oh, well there you go. 3 of those. Oh, wow. Alright, well, we got a win. Which is nice. Alright, let's recap Croc. The first thing I can say is that it is wildly inconsistent. I I'm having as fun as it is, I'm having serious doubts as to whether I could take this to a big tournament like Nationals. I think it's a good deck if you wanted just to, if you weren't, like, if it wasn't such an important event and you wanted just, like, it's a great locals deck for sure. Like, this will win you. This could, you could take this to locals every week and win every week. Just, by getting good mills. Or if you don't mind, getting a loss because of bad mills. But taking it to a tournament, I'm just not sure. Look, the list that I took, he won the 3v3. But with 3v3, I think if you get 2 wins, 1 loss each round, you go through. I don't think you have to win every game. So it's like whichever team gets the most wins. So 2. So, like, that does leave room for Croc to maybe get a bad mill game, and then the other 2 guys just pick up the slack and get the win. So a 3v3 is not the greatest example for how strong the deck is, but it's obviously, look, it is really strong. If you see all your pieces, the Dasbone combos, all that stuff, really good. But yeah, I just don't know. But if you don't see any searches to get the engine going, you miss a couple pieces here and there. Even not seeing back to back of these, because when you stun characters, like when that's your thing, stunning, you better hope that you can keep stunning. Otherwise, you just saw now, like, just say they could survive. All 3 of these can swing straight away. Like stun is a great mechanic, but you need to be able to keep chaining them. Otherwise, you can get, it can not so much backfire, but it can, the opponent will get their shot eventually. So not seeing more than one of these has let me down a few times. Yeah, really fun deck. Can I see myself? Look, it's clearly high skill as well, and I'm playing it fresh. So there's definitely a skill issue, I'm sure. I'm sure there's more ways for me to mill quicker early. There's more, when to use leader ability, when to not use leader ability, all that stuff. It's a huge skill ceiling. But my instinct is telling me that it is maybe a touch too inconsistent to take to Nationals, which is a shame because I really liked it. I really like it's I had high expectations, and when it works, it really works. It's cool. It's fun and it's fun. Having the option of sort of going wide and then putting pressure on and then following up at these. It's just whether or not you can do that every game. Look, maybe I'll play a couple games, off camera, see how it feels again. I won't completely call it off, like say that no, it's definitely not. But I can see why this deck is sort of hovering around the tier 2 instead of like pushing for tier 1, just due to that like slight lack of consistency. You've only got so many turns before you need to have your trash with like all the pieces you need. If you don't have Miss Wednesday, you're missing out on power with Robin. If you don't have, an 8-drop, then you're a bit behind. If you don't have Bond Clay, I don't know. It's just, but it was fun though. Really cool deck, really fun. What's left to do? So there's Mihawk. As far as new decks go, there's Mihawk, Gecko. That's it. There's 6. Yeah, I've done 4. There's Mihawk and Gecko. I am running out of time to just keep doing the introductory videos. I do want to make sure that I need to decide what I'm playing soon, just so I can get grinding and learn. I do have a rough idea. I think I know. I'm sort of, after this tonight, I'm definitely like honing in on what I want to play. It's just whether or not I make more the videos for Mihawk and Gecko just to wrap my head around what they want to do. Look, I've learnt a lot from the past 4 videos about what all these decks want to do. You don't really learn a deck properly until you actually play it yourself, and that's a problem I've had in the past where I would just play my deck and nothing else, and I would learn I'd learn to play. I'd learn what the other decks want to do by playing against them, but you learn so much quicker playing it yourself. So, you know, maybe I should do it differently this time. And I'll make a Mihawk video, make a Gecko video. We learn all the new decks. And then we decide and go from there. Anyway, I'll think about it. It's still around this New Year's period, still so busy. Hopefully I can keep making videos and getting them out. Because I do, really need to start another ranked grind series so I can get as high as possible and learn my deck, because I don't want to do badly again. All right, enough rambling from me. Thank you if you watched this far. I hope you learned something about Croc. If you're a Croc enthusiast, I do apologize for butchering the deck at times. I made a lot of mistakes. You're probably watching this going, what the hell is he doing? But for a first time, I think I did all right. If you're a big Croc fan, let me know. And let me know if you know what, if there's any other like cool plays the deck does that I can't see. All right, guys. Thank you. I will see you in the next one.